My name is Jeremy Bunner. I'm going into 5th year, and I was the team captain for the Palace Theater. Going into this class, I kind of had expectations because I'd completed the same program in Minden, and I sort of knew what was going on, and I expected it to be more or less the same thing. I had a little bit different role, being sort of in charge of the group, so that was interesting, taking the leadership role and doing that. It was just a little bit different, and it was a great experience. It was everything I thought it would be and then some. The exhibit on Friday was awesome. Our group had a lot more than I expected, quantity wise and quality, and it was great to see the community come in and look at our what we had done and what we were working with, and them really appreciating what we'd done. I really think that we made an impact on the community, and it was just a great experience all around. Comparing this to a studio class is kind of a stretch. In studio, it's really slow. I mean, you only have class 3 times a week, where you meet with your teachers, and it's basically you have to accommodate for, you only get to talk with them 3 times a week, maybe more if you go talk to them outside of class. But here you have a client that you're working for that can tell you what they want and what they don't want. Sometimes it can be difficult because they don't. You think you know what they should have, but that's not what they want, and so you have to find some middle ground. But it overall comes out for a better design, and everyone's happy all the way around. But you don't have a client in studio per se, so it's a lot different. The atmosphere working from 8 to 5 and then after is a lot different. You get a lot more work done during that time than you would, your normal studio. You go to class 12:30 to 4:30, and then you go eat, and then you maybe come back later in the evening and you just dilly-dally around. But whenever there's a timeline, there's a crunch like that. I mean, we only had 2 weeks to get program, design, everything down. Whenever it's that crunch, you don't have time to fool around and play on Facebook. So it was a lot better, in my opinion, 100 times better. I would say the most challenging aspect was fitting what the client wanted in with what we thought we could do with the building. We had an idea of this brilliant plan, of course, and they just couldn't quite handle it. So we had to come up with some other things, and thinking like we had this big plan, and getting off of that onto something different, something that they wanted, was probably the hardest thing for our group to do. I sound like a broken record now because I've already said it, but dealing with a client and what they want is a lot different than what we normally do. I know that that's what it's like in the real world, but so it was great to have that same experience in a class. You'd think that they would have that in most classes, but it doesn't happen. My favorite part of the class, the workshop, was getting to know everybody. I think coming in, I was the only 5th year, so there's a few people that did Minden with me, so I knew maybe 2 or 3 people out of the whole bunch. So it was really great for me to make new friends and to just get to work with everybody. I got to find out a bunch of different skills people had. Found out about butterboard. Amazing. It was just a wonderful experience. My favorite part single favorite part, I don't know. Maybe watching Saved by the Bell every morning. It was fun.